Hello, my pensive Pisces. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided Twin Flame Soulmate reading for the month of June for some guided healing. So we're going to be using the as above deck for the general energy. For anyone new here, welcome. We take a look at the light aspect of things, which are the lighter karmic lessons of what's going on, and also what is known to us, what is in the light. We also take a look at the shadow, and that's the darker, deeper, more difficult karmic lessons and what might be hidden from us in the shadow. And we try to bring that to the light, not only to become aware of it, but also so that we can heal it. So I want to let you know, during the cleansing ceremony, before, for some reason, I felt the need to change my clothes. I have no idea why, but I just went with it. And I ended up picking like these Egyptian leggings and then a shirt with a cocopelli on it. So I feel like you might be changing maybe your attire or something like that. And also maybe adorning your body with some sacred symbols. I also had this energy that you need to be careful about what you are consuming and how that is, you know, DNA, activating your DNA. And that's, you know, what you drink, what you eat, and anything else that you put inside of your body. I also want to let you know that my twin flame candle got really low. So I have a feeling you're in a twin flame relationship where the flames are still there. Like, I noticed that my root chakra candle was going crazy. So, you know, the passion, that flame is still there, but I feel like both of you are very low at the moment. Green man synergy. Yeah. So I also, during the cleansing ceremony, I got that there is some sort of ebb and flow sort of going on of trying to figure out how things are, you know, going back and forth, because there was some sort of wake-up call where you had to focus your attention on that. I also had the One of Pentacles pop out, that there's some physical new beginning or work that you are doing. And that there is a return to the authentic self. So that was really, really beautiful. But Green Man synergy, I take this very much as, you know, how you're relating to your environment and how you're interacting with the world around you and the effect of the world around you having, you know, on you. So I think you're very much getting into this, you know, routine and this, you know, connectedness to all things around you. And, you know, Green Man definitely has some implications of how we interact with nature. So I think you were very much tuned into that. Yeah, remember how I said there's some sort of mental focus that happened after some sort of wake-up call? So I do think that you very much are, you know, focusing on mental clarity, trying to maintain your mindset. And also, you know, I was talking about the way things are, you know, what you're consuming and how that's affecting your DNA activation. That's very much how things are crystallized within our body. You know what I mean? Like what proteins are made, what salts are made, things like that. So I do think that that is also a focus as well. Some of you might actually be working with crystals. What else is happening with Pisces in the month of June? What else is happening with Pisces? Yes, what did I just say? It's in your DNA. This is karma that's coming out of your DNA, and I think that there are definitely some activation that's going on, and I think that you've fallen, like you're in cycles depending on what you're consuming. That's very much based on, you know, what your parents were taught to consume or your ancestors in general. And I think that you're breaking these ancestral curses by, you know, epigenetically controlling yourself. You know, that's control above the genes. It's what environment are you putting yourself in that is activating your DNA. So, wow. Wow. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a molecular biologist. I worked in neuroscientist. Like, I worked in genetics labs for 4 years. So when I talk about this shit, I know what I'm talking about, okay? All right, so let's see what's going on with this synergy, the Green Man. What's going on with the synergy? 5 of Chalices in reverse. I think that you very much are striving to have harmony with your environment and being able to function, you know, well within yourself and, you know, within your environment. And of course, you know, as a Green Man, as a human, you know, organically we are microcosms of the macrocosm of, you know, the world, the universe. So I think this focus, by focusing on, you know, making yourself healthy, making your body healthy, you're inadvertently helping make the world healthy. But there is this aspect of going towards this sort of synergistic approach of having this sort of harmony, because you're releasing some sort of sadness or some sort of pain. This was some sort of loss or devastation that has happened that you are like, you know what, I'm just done being stuck in the Five of Cups, or the Five of Chalices, I should say. What's the light aspect here? Trainer Pokeball in reverse, and Centino using covet. So someone really like, there's a covet aspect, whether it's you or the other person, where it's just like you just want them. You just want them. But the other person doesn't want to get caught. It's the Pokeball in reverse. And you know, trainer always indicates it's the other person. So this other person just does not want to be in the Pokeball, you know, and someone, you're just like coveting them, or vice versa. It says Centino's body is coated in a special oil that helps it deflect attacks such as punches. So, you know, part of it, you might be doing some aromatherapy, or, you know, maybe working with oils that could help with this synergy. You might be, you know, changing your perfume or something, because I had that energy of like changing my clothes. But I think maybe your smell might be changing. That's really weird. But, you know, it does talk about deflecting attacks. So I do think, you know, psychic attacks, of course, are common. So, you know, with twin flame energy. So just make sure that you're protecting your energy. And I feel like oils can definitely help. But, you know, someone just wants to smell the other person's rose, and the other person is like, no, I don't want to be caught. And you're done being in this incompleted cycle, you know, being stuck in the sadness, to where you just really want things to function again the way that they should. What's the shadow here? What's the shadow here? Woo! Ooh, dangerous energy. Sheesh. Yeah, this is a special kind of dark energy, and it's dangerous. So, you know, of course, Pisces, you tap into the most craziest things. Just be careful, because there is some dangerous energy in the shadow around you. You know, Pisces, you're just walking portals. Like, you can really attract a lot of things, and that's why it's very good for you to, you know, protect your energy centers and things like that, because you know that there's some dark, dangerous energy out there. So just, ooh. You know, I am going to offer the extended, the link is in the description box below, and we will take a closer look at how to protect yourself from that, because that was a little jarring. And, you know, it's like the universal darkness, of course, you know, that's why you're getting, why you're focusing on breaking your ancestral curses and working on this sort of, you know, karma, because you understand the kind of darkness that is dangerous, and that's why you don't want to be stuck in that sadness. And as you release that cycle and, you know, get in harmony with your environment, the world itself becomes in harmony. You know, we're all working to help heal. All right, so let's look at this focus. What is this mental focus? This crystals. The King of Chalices in reverse. So it's about, you know, having the divine masculine emotional cycle completed. So I think that it hasn't been completed. And this is very much, you know, the divine masculine that is able to emotionally regulate to such a high degree that, you know, you would trust him around children. You know, very peaceful, very loving, caring, is able to emotionally express, know what's, you know, emotionally age appropriate and things like that. But the divine masculine energy has not been completed in that way. And of course, like, the divine masculine is within each of you, for sure. I mean, you both are divine masculine and divine feminine, but that's what is being focused on right now. What's the light aspect of this? Joltik using flap. So, you know, we have Spider Spirit coming out, and I think it might have been Gemini who also had this focus card and this in the exact same spot, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, this is the solar plexus chakra that has to do with Leo in the 5th house. And it's all about that energy that's, you know, this is who I am. This is what what I stand for. This is my personality, things like that. So there's some sort of flop that's going on here where someone is, you know, not feeling as though they have that, like, you know, their authentic self. Remember how I was talking about like the return to authentic self? I feel like someone is struggling through that, but it's really being focused on right now. It really is, because like it's in the light. It's very aware that like, ugh, like I don't know who I am is what I'm getting. Like, I don't know who I am. And it's because of, you know, the not being in control of the emotions so much that you can just give, you know, freely these positive, good emotions on the divine masculine end. So there is some chaos in the solar plexus area, and this is very much karmically happening. So, you know, it's weird, but like try to eat some yellow foods, maybe, you know, lemons and things like that. So anyway, it says Joltik can be found clinging to other Pokemon. It's soaking up static electricity because it can't produce a charge on its own. Yeah. So there's this aspect of like, you know, I'm guessing your twin flame of, you know, someone draining someone else's energy because they don't know who they are or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very much an imbalance on the solar plexus. And when you're able to balance your solar plexus, you know, inadvertently, your twin does as well. So there's some energy that needs to be focused on there. What's the shadow here? So yeah, I'm going to add a little bit of light is what I'm getting, because we have dark energy coming out again and call for pals in reverse. And this is dark edge. So someone definitely has some dark edge, and I feel like it's this dangerous energy. I feel like someone very much has dangerous psychic energy, and it might be you, Pisces. You can tap into the darker things, like, you know, you're the twin flame to the unseen realm in general. You know, like you're always tapped into that shit, and that's a heavy burden to bear, and thank you for doing that for all of humanity. Seriously, I have a Pisces Lilith, so I do it a little bit, but like I know that you guys do it so much, and that's why it's so important that you maintain this synergistic, you know, energy with your environment. And how you do it is through this focus, because there is this sort of dark edge, and I feel like the other person has this dark edge over you. Like they don't know who they are, so they just start, you know, pulling out of your solar plexus chakra to feed off of it because they can't produce their own charge. And that's really dangerous. It is. And they do have this dark edge over you. And with call for pals in reverse, I feel like you can't talk to your friends about this or something. There's definitely an aspect of not being able to like tell your friends. It says, to protect themselves from danger, they hide their true identities by transforming into people and Pokemon. Yeah, again, it's about like transforming their identity. I think that they are still in this cycle of pretending to be someone else. They just like transform into something, and it's a protection mechanism. You know, it's part of the DNA karma, but as you release your DNA karma, they will release theirs, you know, and yeah, it has to do with this emotional cycle. What does this say? They flock around mountains and fields, chasing after bug Pokemon. Their singing is noisy and annoying. Yeah, this might be someone who just likes to, you know, pretend to be someone else and just chitter chatter and gossip about celebrities or something. You know what I mean? Just like, ugh, like what they talk about is just so annoying. And like, you know that that's not them. You know that's not them. But they just are so stuck in, like, they don't have enough solar plexus chakra of their own. But that's why, you know, when you focus on your stuff and become, you know, in synergy with nature, then you can heal your own DNA karma, which of course, when we heal physically, they heal spiritually, you know. All right, let's see about this karma. This genetic karma. King of Wands. Yeah, this is magic, baby. We have the King of Cups, or the King of Chalices, and the King of Wands, like fire and water. So it's very much about, you know, the highest form of divine masculine energy. Of course, this is a female in the card, but the highest form of divine masculine energy when it comes to love, lust, intensity, passion, and also spirit. The King of Wands is the highest form of divine masculine when it comes to spiritual abilities. And this is very much that shamanic energy of, you know, being rebirthed, of transformation. The King of Wands is the shaman and knows how to transform, and that's very much done through this epigenetic control of what you allow in your environment and what is being genetically expressed within you, including all of the spiritual wisdom that you have inside of you. What's the light aspect? Yeah. Meditate using smack, going right to Zorua using dark edge. Like, you need to balance and meditate so that you can fight and smack this away. You know, like, you need to be able to fight meditatively in the 5D, because this person has some dangerous dark energy in your shadow. And it's like, you can't even talk to your friends about it for whatever reason. So you really need to focus on meditation. And, you know, I've been getting this for a lot of signs and telling them, like, just go on YouTube and do a 5-minute chakra meditation, you know, or listen to meditative music before you go to bed. It doesn't have to be this grand thing of like, becoming one with the universe and having silence. Hell no. Pisces never have silence. You know, this is about focusing your thoughts. Ask your own mind, ask your own ancestors, ask your own DNA for, you know, some questions, and then just sit there and get them. You know, it's not meant to be you know, that you're in a white room and it's silence and there's no thoughts. No, that's one type of meditation, and it's not very useful. Like, the ones that really help is when you ask a question and you get the answer. So it says, it eats just 1 berry a day. By enduring hunger, its spirit is tempered and made sharper. Again, about what you're putting in your body, exactly like what I was saying. You know, by, you know, just eating 1 berry a day. So there is this aspect of, you know, of course, what you're eating, but also limiting yourself to, you know, maybe some other pleasures, whether it's alcohol, drugs, things like that. It's very much getting in a proper pattern, because it looks like the way that you are consuming is not good for the way it's influencing your DNA. What's the shadow here? Lantern using confuse ray. So yeah, this is confusing. It's confusing. And that's part of it. Like, you know, this is the light, you know, look, it's a crown chakra and it's looking, you know, with its third eye and all that. And it's just going towards it. Again, it's this solar plexus energy of, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. It is confusing, because part of, that's the whole thing about Twin Flame Journey, is return to the authentic self, of discovering who you really are and just going for it. And of course it's confusing. There's a lot to these relationships, but you know, if you just follow that light, you will get there. It says, this Pokemon flashes a bright light that blinds its prey. It creates an opening for it to deliver an electrical attack. So, you know, I'm hearing like, I'm blinded by the light. Listen how they grow. You know, it's a song called Crystalline by Bjork. I suggest that you look it up. B-J-O-R-K, Crystalline. I feel like there might be a message for you there. Maybe watch the music video. But I feel like this person, part of their dark edge is by dangling something light in front of you, you know, and then it blinds you and then it attacks. And that's how they attack, is by like dangling something, and then you go for it, and then, you know, they might run away or something like that because they don't want to get caught. And, you know, this causes your solar plexus energy to flap, because you might have some issues with enmeshment. And that usually happens with twin flames, where your sense of self dissolves. But you need to learn to break from that to become your sense of self. And then they have their sense of self, and you can naturally gravitate towards each other. So just be aware that that is happening. And part of the way to control this is through epigenetics. All right. What does Pisces, like I said, I'm going to do the extended, so the link is in the description box below. We are going to look into, you know, what is their issue and why they don't want to get caught, because I'm sure you're curious and I want to as well. So we're going to take a closer look at them so that you know what kind of dangerous energy that they are bringing here. And then we're also going to ask, you know, how we can help your mental focus during this time, and also what kind of karma is being released in your DNA, this ancestral cycle that is, you know, going for it. And also look a little bit into some helping tips for meditation and how you can keep going towards the light. So what does Pisces need to hear about love? Whew. I want to go right in my lap. Sometimes the one thing you are looking for is the one thing you cannot see. Yeah, so of course there's a lot of things that are unknown. You know, this is very confusing. But I feel like this is also the one thing that you want is one thing you cannot see. And I feel like you might be detached from your partner, maybe not physically viewing them at the moment or seeing them, you know. But, you know, the one thing you're looking for is the one thing you cannot see. And that's like the real you. You know what I mean? And like I said, healing the authentic self. I feel like there's one more for you, Pisces. What else does Pisces need to hear about love? What else does Pisces need to hear about love? Maybe there's not. Is there another one for Pisces? It feels like there is, yeah. Happiness is finding love through giving love rather than through receiving it. Yeah, that's the thing. Part of this journey is learning to give yourself love, you know, finding it through giving it. And part of giving yourself love is giving them love by giving them what they need. And right now they don't want to be caught, okay? And trying to covet them is just going to force them to not want to get caught even more. So there is some energy of finding it. The way that you give them love is by giving yourself love, by, you know, healing your own ancestral karma, you know, rather than just consistently coveting this other person's love. Okay. Because you know you have it in a different way. It's inside of you and you feel that. All right. What can help Pisces heal during the month of June? What can help our sweet, sweet Pisces? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Whoa. Okay. Quite a few. The Goddess in reverse. I feel like some of you should not be, you know, focusing on the divine feminine energy in your life right now, because we have two masculine cards. We have the King of Fire, so it's really focusing on your spirituality and the love, the lust, the passion, the intensity, and all things that divine masculine related. And then also, you know, the divine masculine when it comes to these emotional cycles. So I think that you have the divine feminine down. I think now it's time to work on your divine masculine energy. Yeah, this is the answer to your prayer. Like, know that your prayers are being answered. Tap into your guardian angel. I don't know if you, you know, have a specific guardian angel that you talk to, but this situation that is happening is the answer to your prayers. I'm going to pull an angel card, just because whenever this comes out, I would like to see what is the prayer that's being answered here. Lilil, I hope I'm saying that right. The angel of night. Yeah, so this is like the angel of the dark night of the soul who shows you the light and the shadow. So there is some sort of shadow work that is happening where you're able to see the light that's within the shadow. Beautiful. Blessings. Yes, this, once again, this is an absolute blessing, and miracles. Yeah. Like, you have blessings and miracles and answered prayers coming your way. Everything that's happening is exactly what you wanted. If you're trying to figure out who you are and things like that, it is coming. It is on its way. You know how to do this work. And yeah, absolutely beautiful. I love it, Pisces. Okay, if you would like to continue to look deeper, like I said, the link is in the description box below. If not, then if you want to purchase a private reading, you can email me at sachithescorpio@gmail.com or hit me up on Instagram at sachithescorpio. I will also link the root chakra video that I did. Pisces got cut off. There's like 13 seconds. If you want to email me, I can send you the last of it. I apologize about that. But check that out. It's how to help stay grounded like during the rest of Gemini season, because it's been very hectic. It's been a little bit better now that Mercury shifted into Cancer, but still, it's still pretty chaotic. So check that out if you want, and I hope to see you again for the next reading. Bye, Pisces. Mwah.